Hey everybody, Dan here with Pain Free You. Today I wanted to talk about this. It came up with one of my coaching clients, and they're basically feeling a little bit stuck. I never feel safe. There is no such thing. And so I wanted to talk to that. So today's topic is going to be focus on feeling safer instead of completely safe. All right? So relax a little bit. Open up your mind. Relax your body. All right. So, I was talking to somebody and she was basically saying, I've never felt safe. There is no such thing as safe. Any one of us could go at any moment, right? And I guess to a degree that could happen, Lightning could strike us. A tree could fall in our house. We could have car accidents, plane crashes, illnesses, heart attacks, strokes, you name it. Right. And I don't mean to trigger anybody by saying that. And this person is absolutely correct. Any one of us doesn't know when our last day on this planet is going to be. We just don't. The goal of the way I teach this stuff is not to try to convince ourselves that I'm invincible. I am completely, universally, globally, astronomically safe in every aspect of every possible part of being a human. There is no such thing. Right? We don't have to feel universally 100% safe in every aspect of our lives in order to get better and eliminate symptoms. I think if you make the goal teaching your brain that you are safer, not completely safe, but safer, it becomes more attainable to the people who say, Dan, I've never felt safe in my life. All right? And I recognize that and I honor that. I honor that struggle. It can be tough, but I do believe no matter what your history, no matter your ability to even comprehend this word safe, I believe we can all learn to feel safer. We can teach our brain to feel safer, right? Because you're right. If you're saying, hey, brain, we're safe, and you come from a background that, hey, bad stuff has happened, your brain's going to call bullshit. Excuse the language. Your brain's going to say, no, it's not. Look what happened to so-and-so. Look what happened to so-and-so. Did you see the news? Did you see, right? So let's make it a goal of feeling safer. More safe each day, right? And I think we focus not on the fact that there's other external things that influence all of our lives, but we focus on the things that are well within our influence and our sphere of control. And I do believe, and I've seen it over and over and over again, that we can have very stressful lives, very lifey lives, but we don't have to hurt. We don't have to have symptoms. I still have a very stressful life, but I don't have symptoms. Go figure, right? It's because my brain recognizes life stress is normal. Is normal. We don't have to hurt. We don't need symptoms to protect Dan. So I've internalized this stuff, obviously. But a lot of people are too. You can too. So don't focus on universal, I'm invincible type of safety. But focus on things that you can control. Here's what I believe are things well within our control to create a feeling of being more safe. Our emotions. By feeling our emotions without judging ourselves harshly and without the story, keeping them going, we can absolutely teach our brains that emotions are safe. Simply put, that's one aspect. Physical safety, a relaxed body, breathing comfortably. That conveys physical safety. It doesn't matter if you've got some pain going or a symptom going. When you relax your body and you can slow down your breath, you are conveying that you are safer than if you were tight and tense and all, wound up. Mental safety is important. And look, folks, we experience life through our thinking. Simply put, we think from the moment where we become conscious in the morning till the moment we fall asleep and become unconscious. We're thinking all day long. I'm going to get up, brush my teeth, and we're thinking our way through the whole day. And so in many cases, as it relates to this mind-body stuff, if you will, perceived danger, pain, or symptoms, TMS, as Dr. Sarno termed it, our thinking is incredibly involved because thoughts create feelings. And if our thoughts are creating feelings of, oh no, I'm in danger, guess what? Symptoms are probably going to stick around. But if our thoughts can create feelings of, holy crap, I'm safe, I'm good, I'm all right, you can make progress here, folks. Because I think, as human beings, we experience the world in three main ways. Four, really. Emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. And if you're not a person of God or religion, spiritually can absolutely just mean your relationship with yourself. Are you spiritually having challenges because you're so self-critical and judgmental and you beat yourself up? You tell yourself you're not good enough? That's not a really great spiritual place to be or to spend time with. Or are you much more kind and forgiving and loving and compassionate towards yourself? Right? But I think we experience the world emotionally, physically, mentally, spiritually. So it stands to reason, if that's how we human beings experience the world, from an infant all the way up to, a 105-year-old guy who passes away, if we experience the world in those four main areas, it stands to reason that if we can feel safer in those areas, the whole system will settle down. So don't focus on convincing yourself that you're invincible and absolutely there's no dangers about anything anywhere in life. Because if that were the case, you'd jump in your car and drive down the road blindfolded, with your foot on the gas pedal, right? We don't want to be ridiculous here. There is no universal safety. There is no invincibility here. But I will encourage the people who say, I'm never safe. One, if you're in an abusive situation at home, where you live, your partner, something like that, seek help. I am not encouraging people to stay in legitimately dangerous interpersonal situations. Setting that aside. Let's focus on being safer. Right? Safer, I think, is attainable. Safe? Some people might be like, no, I can't do it. Can't get there. And that's like the whole concept of indifference. I've encouraged for a long time this mindset of indifference. Like, so what if I hurt today? And for a lot of people, that seems impossible. And for many people it is. Legitimately, it's not possible. Where you are right now, with your symptoms the way they are, where your mindset is, where your fear levels are, indifference is impossible for some people. Take it off the table. Focus on freaking out less, calmly reassuring yourself more. You'll get to indifference eventually. You don't have to, though. You can still get better by just being really good at reassuring yourself that you're okay. So, focus on the key areas that we experience the world. Emotional, physical, mental, spiritual safety, self-forgiveness, kindness. It goes a long way in this game. Now, how else can we create the feeling of being safer? Well, when we experience symptoms, when symptoms change, when they increase, whatever, we have influence and control over how we respond. Do we react in panic? Ah! Or do we respond by going, time out. I know I'm okay. It's not fun, but nothing really bad is happening. I can say that because I've understood and I've learned what creates symptoms. I've determined through the assessments that this applies to me. And so I can really say with confidence, I don't like it, but I'm actually okay. And this is temporary. Because it is. Predictably, it's temporary. And then where do you engage your brain throughout the day? Are you thinking about focusing on, trying to fix, ruminating on the stories about your symptoms all day long? You have the ability to, over time, change those habits of thought. I encourage people to engage their brain in other things. And they'll be like, well, like what? I can't move that much. I can't just go out and hang out with my friends. I get it. But can you do something else besides sitting on your couch or laying in bed, telling yourself the, oh, my life sucks story? Absolutely. There's an infinite number of things you can do while laying down in bed. Right? There's an infinite amount of things available online that can engage you in life. Start studying something. Take a foreign language. Start looking at, how to play a musical instrument, how to do gardening, how to do knitting, how to whatever. Read a good fictional book. Put down the TMS books for a while. If you understand the concepts, stop reading. Literally, stop reading. So we get to choose how we navigate the world. And if you're letting your symptoms drag you along, you're not taking any ownership of your life. Really, really important to take ownership on creating safety for yourself. And I do want to just touch on this. For the people who are highly health anxious and always worried about, oh no, what if this is something bad? What if that's something bad? Oh no. The question I'll pose to you is, do you want to trade every moment of today and your peace of mind for an imaginary thing that's not actually happening that you're worried about might happen in the future? Right? Worries. They're imaginary events that are not happening that you're worrying that they will happen in the future. Look, I get it. We have symptoms. They're disturbing. But if you understand what causes them and you've figured out that it applies to you, you can rest easy. You're in the right place and you can relax. You're not putting yourself in harm's way by relaxing and calming yourself down. You're actually doing yourself the best favor in the world, because by implementing these concepts, you're going to be able to prove to yourself that these symptoms will respond according to how you feel. Are you feeling safer today than yesterday? Are your symptoms correlating to that? If that's the case, it's not a coincidence. Notice the ups and downs of your symptoms. And notice the times when you've been in the biggest flare-ups. Where's your mindset been? Where's your fear level? Through the roof, right? Mindset in the toilet, fear through the roof. Flare-ups don't have to last weeks or months. They don't. When we have symptoms go up, the faster we jump right to clarity and a decision to say, I'm not going to buy into the fear because that's not going to help me. Freaking out doesn't make you any safer. As a matter of fact, it only perpetuates the symptom flare or the symptoms in general. Right? Freaking out is not your friend. It doesn't make you any more safe. And freaking out is just a default response from a brain perceiving danger incorrectly. Your brain's operating on misinformation and fear. So I think I'm going to leave it at that. Focus on safer, not ultimate safety. Because again, it's a crazy world. But if we can focus on the areas where we can feel safer, in the areas where we, how we navigate the world and experience this thing called life, we can absolutely make a lot of progress and get better. Even though, we just went through a pandemic and there's all other stuff going on this planet, we can still get better, and lots of people are. Focus on you. Focus on the things within your influence. Right? So, I love you all. Focus on safer, and you'll get there. Take care, everybody. See you tomorrow.